This could be the one thing that makes or breaks my race. All right, good morning. Welcome back to the vlog. It is 7:40 in the morning right now, and today is a long run. And something you'll notice that I've done today that I haven't done in other long run videos, not that I've shown many, is I'm carbing up. I'm ingesting food. Why? Well, the last couple weeks I've had not so great long runs. They've been at tempo, they've been at race pace, and I've kind of fallen off at the end. And now a couple of them I've done not fasted, but I wasn't necessarily following race nutrition protocols, and I kind of ran out of energy towards the end. My body was burning through glycogen a lot faster than it does on a zone 2 run. Therefore, I have to start carving up more. So now we're treating every long run, everything over 6 miles, 5 miles, well, 6 miles. Everything over 6 miles is now a race nutrition prep run. So we'll get into what I'm doing for nutrition for this particular race. But right now, I've got 2 scoops of G1M. I'm going to get some 40 grams of carbs in here in the system. I'll probably have another little bit of carbs, whether it be pancakes or it be an English muffin, but I'll have that before I run as well. And then we'll get into what I'm doing on the run that's going to help with nutrition to help fuel this so that I don't have that fall off of energy in the race. All right, so I'm back up in my office. It's 10:25 in the morning right now. I just ate breakfast. I had some pancakes for breakfast, 3 pancakes with some peanut butter and some sugar-free syrup and a banana on top. I didn't put sugar syrup. I don't want too much messing around with my stomach for a little while. Watching Nick Bear's latest video, I know I give him a hard time a lot. I talk shit about BPN athletes, probably within reason, maybe not. But I still watch his content to see what they're up to, just because, I got to see how I can talk trash when I talk trash, when I get to the level where they're actually going to see and hear it. But yeah, so it's almost 10:30 now. I'm probably going to get ready to run around 11, maybe 11:30-ish, somewhere in there. I got to prep my hydration. I got to get out my nutrition stuff. I have some gels that I'm taking, and we'll talk about that beforehand. We'll talk about, I don't know if I want to take the camera on the run. I may not. I don't know. Depends on how I'm feeling today. It's going to be the same routes I always take, and I'm pretty sure you guys are tired of seeing the same houses that I record. So I may take the camera on the run. I may not. Either way, I'll know within the hour what I'm doing. But 8 miles on deck. My legs feel like absolute trash after yesterday's 7 miles, and 5 of it's supposed to be at race pace. So we'll see. Today's a little bit more like a higher zone 2, lower zone 3 pace. We'll see how we do. I just got to get through 8. Okay, we're outside. It's a little after, right around 12. We're getting ready to go for the run. What do I have on my run? I've got 18 ounces of BPN going more. It's got 3 scoops of G1M in there. That's going to be about 60 grams of carbs with about 1,000 milligrams of sodium, and it's warm, so I've got to keep electrolytes up. Plus, I've got 2 different gels I'm going to take every 30 minutes or so. This run shouldn't last longer than like a little over an hour if I hit the paces I'm supposed to hit. Each one of these is 21 grams of carbs. Okay, so that's another 40 grams of carbs. I've got 100 grams of carbs for this run. And why are we testing this stuff? Well, we've got a couple reasons. I'll explain that either during or after the run. I've got to get going because it's going to get late in the day and I'm just not going to want to do it. But yeah, so I've got 100 grams of carbs ready to run. Let's go. I don't really want to do this, but progress isn't made when you want to do things. Progress is made on the days you don't want to do things. So here I am, not wanting to run, but going forward. So nutrition testing on long runs is super important for a couple reasons. One, you want to make sure that your energy levels are going to be high enough to get you to the finish line how you want. You don't want to crash on energy. You want to have the energy from your fuel to get to the finish line. Two, you want to make sure you get to the finish line without any GI distress. I've had a few runs, a few races where I didn't train my nutrition, and by mile 6 or 7, I'm looking for a porta potty. This could be the one thing that makes or breaks my race. So, by testing nutrition 6 weeks out, I'm training my gut to handle the carb sources and the amount of carbs, and I'm making sure it's not going to hurt me in the end. Alright, we're about 30 minutes in. Time for do number 1. Of this interval done. We're at about 58 minutes. Go number 2 for the last mile plus cool down, 1 mile cool down. So you know, the problem with goo is it's so concentrated, it's almost gross. So if you're racing with goo, make sure you drink a lot of water to minimize and kind of loosen it up a little bit in your stomach. It is very concentrated. All right, 2 miles to go. All right, so we're done with the run. 8 miles, finished in an hour 16:47. That's with 1 mile warm up, 1 mile cool down. Average pace 9:36 per mile. I'll put the run here so you guys can see it. It was a 5 miles at 9:33 pace, I think. And I can't see because my glasses are in the house, but here's my 5 mile lap so you guys can see. I was pretty consistent with hitting my intervals. This run felt much better than yesterday's run, which was a lot faster, like closer to like, it's supposed to be 8:20 something pace, and I only held it for like 2 of the 5 miles, so it was like really kind of a shitty day yesterday. Last couple weeks have been like that. Energy wise, I had enough energy. Obviously I was able to maintain my paces throughout, so the energy wasn't really a problem. I didn't have to find a porta potty on the run at all. I do now, but I've been walking for the last 10 minutes, so now my body's settling in. On race day, I will take care of that and use the typical Imodium before the race. But overall, I felt fine. No cramping, no tightness, no soreness, no dip in energy levels. Obviously, my pace stayed the same, sustained, so my energy was fine. So we're gonna keep going with this. I don't want to have to go to Morton gels, so we're gonna keep going another couple weeks with these with goo to see what happens. I only need 2, maybe 3 per race, so it shouldn't be that big of a deal. But anyway, we're gonna wrap this up. I'm gonna go inside, shower, and eat because I am starving. See you guys in the next video.